1984, Michael Jackson was the biggest act in the world. My name is Stephen Ivory, and I am a music journalist and a Michael Jackson historian. I was editing a little magazine called Black Beat. He was the most famous man in the world. Musically, he was just a juggernaut. As a business, he was a one-man industry, and Michael was our bread and butter.
My name is Suzanne DePass, and in 1984, I was an executive with Motown Records and had worked with Michael when he was on the label. I don't think that there are any words to describe the importance of Thriller, not only as an album by an artist, but in terms of the cultural impact that Thriller had. And when Michael performed on our show Motown 25 and did the moonwalk for the first time, there's no way to describe the impact of Thriller on the culture, on Michael, on the entertainment business, period.
I'm Mark Goodman. I was an MTV VJ in 1984.
MTV, music, television, video, music, 24 hours a day.
Billie Jean was massive almost immediately because the video for it was unlike anything that people had seen before.
Billie Jean was just an opus for Michael Jackson, and it was danceable as hell.
3 or 4 weeks later, Beat It comes out. Both of those went to number one.
My name is Bill Katz. I was the president and CEO of BBDO Advertising, managing the Pepsi account. The story of how Michael Jackson came to do Pepsi commercials was really, he was kind of brought to us by his father via Don King, the boxing impresario.
And so he's going to be working with us. It's going to be Don King, Captain Jackson, Joseph Jackson presents the Jacksons.
At the time, we were looking for a new way to position Pepsi against its archenemy, Coca-Cola. And the best way that we had figured so far to do it was to position Pepsi as kind of the new generation drink versus Coke's kind of Americana drink. Remembering now that these are two basically brown sugar waters, so the only distinctions between the two of them was how people felt about the brand.
Ironically, there was someone else in the wings. Quaker Oats made a bid to get involved. They were pretty much where they were going to be the sponsor, but Don King, he made a deal with Pepsi.
The negotiation of the deal actually came off pretty easily. Joe and Don King had their number in mind. It was $5 million. It was an unheard of sum at the time, but Roger Enrico, the chairman of PepsiCo, understood that this investment, while wildly expensive, was going to end up being well worth it.
It was extremely important to Pepsi to get involved with Michael Jackson because Coca-Cola was killing him. Pepsi found, the opportunity in working with Michael to look like the cool company. Michael was the biggest act in the world, and he drinks Pepsi.
Michael, near the beginning of the filming of the commercials, decided he wasn't sure he really wanted to do it. Mrs. Jackson went to the back stairs when Michael was still living with Mr. and Mrs. Jackson and yelled upset and said, "Michael, you come down here right now. This nice person from Pepsi has a contract for you to do a commercial for Pepsi, and you're going to do it." And Michael said, "Okay, mother," and that was that.